Welcome. This is Back to the Bins. I'm your host, Mr. B. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you've been here before, thanks so much for coming back, and if you're new here, thanks so much for stopping by. This is a comic book collecting channel, and I'm a comic collector. These Sunday videos are intended to showcase the books I picked up this past week at my local comic shop. I've got a pull list, so I'm pretty familiar with what's happening in comics today. I love digging through the back issue bins, and I love digging through the dollar bins. So, if that sounds interesting to you, and you'd like to join me on my journey back to the bins, why don't you take a look over here, and I'll show you what I picked up. Alright, and like I said, these are the books I picked up this past week at my local comic shop, 204 Comics in Winnipeg, and as per usual, we start in alphabetical order, and that takes us to DC Comics with Absolute Batman. This is issue number 2. This is the 4th printing, with a variant cover by Tony S. Daniel. I seem to gravitate towards Tony S. Daniel's work, and I love this. I don't have issue 2 in any iteration. I think I have the 5th printing of issue 1. I'm just collecting this solely based on the idea that people really love this book. I love a good variant cover. I thought, seeing as how I saw issue 2 done by Tony S. Daniel, I figured why not get this one, add it to the collection. It would be fun to have at least maybe the first 5 issues in any printing run number, as long as I get this, because these are fantastic covers. And of course, this week there was also Absolute Batman issue number 3, and this is the 3rd printing by Gabriel Del Otto, one of my absolute favorite artists working today. He has done some amazing variant covers for the Batman title. I think he's going to be doing some connecting variants upcoming, and I was just happy to see him here as well because I am collecting those Del Otto variants for Batman. So super cool to see this. So now we have issues 1, 2, and 3. I'm sure issue 4 and 5 will be reprinted as well, so that's pretty cool. Sticking with DC and moving over just a little bit, still in the Absolute all-in world. This is Absolute Martian Manhunter issue number 2. The Christian Ward variant. I love the psychedelic nature of all this. I have yet to read issue 1. I'm always behind. You know that's the case here. But we're going to get there. We're getting close. I would say the next couple of weeks I should get to this one. Maybe the next week. But I am stoked. Everybody loves this. I see a lot of people saying this is the best Absolute book. Even perhaps the best book DC's putting out right now. Super stoked. I love Christian Ward's stuff, so super cool to see this. Love the colors. Absolutely amazing. It was Superman Day or something like that not that long ago, and I did not go to the LCS on that day, but I did pick these up just the other day. This is All-Star Superman number 1. This was is the Frank Quietly cover. These are all free, part of Superman Day, as you can see right there. Superman Day 2025. I've always been indifferent to Superman, take him or leave him, but in getting into more DC stuff over the last couple of years, I think it's integral to a good collection, and I'm just trying to get stuff that looks promising, that looks cool, that looks interesting, and I thought this was kind of neat. And back over, or just starting with Marvel. Here we've got The Amazing Spider-Man issue number 2. This is the Chris Giarrusso Marvel Universe Wraparound Connecting Variant. You know I love these covers. Look at this. We got Black Suit Spidey. We got Silver Surfer. We got Storm right there. We got some Johnny Storm, I guess, there somewhere. Very, very cool. Absolutely love these covers. Trying to collect all my favorites, and there's plenty of them. I love this style. This design is just so cool. And of course, through the miracles of modern television, we flip it over and take a look at the backside. We've got all kinds of great characters. Again, these are just absolutely superb. I love collecting these. I hope that you're getting them, and if you're not, well, that's cool too. That's your own choice, and I just love the artwork style, so super, super fun. That's a great one. Sticking with The Amazing Spider-Man, we also got this beautiful variant cover. This is gorgeous. I am going to say cover of the year right here. This is The Amazing Spider-Man issue number 2. And this is the Paolo Rivera variant. I'm not sure if I have any of their work, but if this is the kind of stuff, if it's indicative to their work, then I want more. I think this is just an absolutely beautiful, iconic Spider-Man image. You got the Spidey sense going off. I love the slant to the city. Beautiful stuff. The perspective is amazing, and I love this. Super cool. Yeah, back over to the old wraparounds. Here we've got the Avengers. This one bought solely for the cover again. This is the Avengers issue number 25, the Chris Giarrusso Marvel Universe Wraparound Connecting Variant. Again, we got Cap, we got Black Cat. I don't know if that's Black Panther. That's Black Widow up there. So cool. I love that. Very cool. And then presto changeo, we give it a flip, and look at the busyness of this. This is an absolutely beautiful back cover. I love this. Lots of color. Look at Beast. Big cheese on his face. Super cool. Love Nova there. Beta Ray Bill. I love this. Captain Britain. Oh, yeah. Super cool. I am stoked for these. Unbelievable. Something else that I keep collecting, you know that, another Avengers title here just for the cover. I stopped reading this title at about issue 12. It was fine, I liked it, but I just wanted to move on. And here we are, this is issue 25 once again, but the Luciano Vecchio Captain Marvel variant. I love these, trying to collect them all. Got some more coming for sure, but these are just fun, and I love the way they look as a cover collector. This is primo stuff for me anyway. We got a great portrait, we got a full character, we got the trade dress, love it, and I love Vecchio's work. Super thrilled to get another one of these. Okay, here we go. Back over to DC, and like I told you, we had that Del Auto earlier, and here we have Del Auto on Batman. That's right, this is issue 159, like I said. The Gabriel Del Auto connecting variant. Are going to be getting all of those. You can see right here, this is going to be Nightwing. I'm not sure that, though. Very cool. Love that. What can I say? I love when Del Auto is doing Batman. Very fun. And over to your independent section of your LCS, we have got some G.I. Joe stuff, as we've been getting every week. This is G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero, Silent Missions Roadblock, issue number 1. That is the Jorge Fornes variant. Like I told you, I've been collecting the Jorge Fornes variants because I really love them. And I love Roadblock, always been one of my favorites. One of my earliest comics that I owned as a kid was G.I. Joe, and it was a great Roadblock Cobra Commander cover. There was one other person, Destro maybe? I forget. But I say it was important to me, and I can't tell you exactly what it was. That was a long time ago, but Roadblock's always been a favorite of mine. Super cool. Love the heavy machine gun. Back over to DC, one of my favorite titles, and look at this gorgeous cover. We are talking cover of the year right here. This is Green Arrow issue number 23, the Miguel Mercado variant. We're only reading this to issue 25, and let me tell you, the story arc right now is absolutely amazing. I hope they wrap it up in the next couple of issues, because I don't want to miss anything. Like I need encouragement to keep buying a title. I don't. But I do want to explore other avenues of the hobby, and just sort of dwindling down a lot of the ones that I get every month will help get that going. So I got to make some sacrifices here and there. And right now, Green Arrow's going to be one of them. Going to stop that at issue 25. I know he's a character I really love. I love his world. I love his people. And this has been a really fun story. I highly recommend looking for this particular arc. And just for the cover, here we have got another issue. There have been some great covers for this particular run as well. Justice League Unlimited. This is issue number 6, the Mark Spears variant. Of course, we got Batman. I don't know, is that Constantine behind him? I don't know who that is. Or is that that other guy? I don't know. I'll have to figure that out. I'm sure everybody knows exactly who that is. I, for the longest time, thought it was the Riddler, because it looks like a green overcoat, but that still wouldn't make sense. Anyway, I love this. Mark Spears, still a collectible cover artist for me. I love it. Very cool. Glad this finally came in. Back over to the independent section. Got this. This was supposed to be in, I think, 2 weeks ago, I think. But this is The Loose End, issue number 3, a great Robert Hack Goodfellas homage variant. Yes, I am loving all these homages. I think I've only read the first issue, but this is like Swingers meets Goodfellas meets a Tarantino movie. Very fun book, and I love the sort of so niche 90s retro homage covers that they're doing. Very fun. Like Robert Hack. Really cool. I love this. And in keeping with the independent section of your LCS, something I haven't read the first issue of, but this is a beautiful cover too, isn't it? Wow, that looks so good. Perhaps cover of the year. Here we have Universal Monsters, The Mummy, issue number 2. This is the Ryan Sook variant. I am into this. Mummy's always been one of my favorite movies from that time, from the golden age, the Universal Monster days, and this looks very cool, and the Image has been doing amazing things with the Universal Monster titles. I encourage you all to find them and read them because they're a lot of fun. Some perhaps a little bit better than the other, certainly, but all very good in their own right, and I'm really looking forward to this. We just need to get an Invisible Man yet. I would love that. Back over to Marvel. We got another one of these because it's that time, folks, and look at this. We got a Doom title. This is One World Under Doom, issue number 3, the Chris Giarrusso Marvel Universe Wraparound Connecting Variant. You got Reed Richards right there. Love that. Mole Man, super cool. Yes, I love these things. These are so much fun. And when are we going to get a cartoon like this, right? Well, then presto changeo, we flip it over and we got more good stuff. Looks like we got some Reed Richards there. Marvel Girl, Mephisto. Of course, you can't miss the giant-sized man thing right there. Very cool. I can't get enough of these. Of course, we had to hit up the old back issue bins and the dollar bins. I guess primarily the dollar bins. Found this sitting in there. Can't say no to some Nick Fury, even though it's a little high in the run for me. That's fine. Still a great cover and a story I don't think I've read yet. This is Sergeant Fury and his Howling Commandos, issue number 163 from April of 1981. This comic was originally released in June of 1969 when it was number 69 of Sergeant Fury and his Howling Commandos, but we've got a great John Severin cover. I can't wait to read this. Apparently the Howling Commandos and Nick are on leave in New York City, and of course, there's still going to be action on the streets of New York, and the Howling Commandos are going to have to take care of it. Super cool. I told you it was Superman Day 2025. We had one more freebie, so I grabbed this one as well. Saw people say a lot of good things about this. I've never heard of it before. This is Superman for All Seasons, issue number 1. Got a great Tim Sale cover, very old-timey, golden age Superman. Looking forward to reading it. Looked really cool on the inside, and I'm interested, so very neat. And back over to the dollar bin. Here we have got Unknown Soldier, issue number 256 from October of 1981. We got a Walt Simonson cover. I can't say no to when some of the really, really bad guys of World War II are depicted in covers of comics and just sort of how ridiculous some of the scenarios are. I think it's funny. Like, yeah, is he actually going to be able... Could he stand in that crowd with that gun, with that disguise, or with that face, which certainly makes him quite visible? Nor would this guy actually kind of be... Well, maybe he would be just sort of waltzing through the streets, but whatever. I can't say no to a good World War II cover, you know that, so I gotta say yes to this. Super fun. Well, that's everything, folks, so how about we get back to the real world, shall we? Well, that was a great stack of books. Hopefully you enjoyed what you saw, and if you did, why don't you like, comment, and subscribe? It really helps to build the channel, and I'd love to develop a community of people who just really love comics. Thanks so much for joining me today. We'll see you next week, and until then, remember, comics are good.